How's it going, everyone? How was your weekend? How was your week? Needless to say, I was ridiculously busy. And in case you didn't know, I'm Fraser, and this is P.P.G. So like I mentioned with Ashley in our unboxing or unbagging video of all the threadless shirts we got, we had 2 weddings that came up, and with those weddings, especially the second one, a lot of family came in from out of town. So it was just very busy, go. And I'm not saying I didn't have fun. I had a blast at the wedding. I had a blast with my family after the wedding. But when situations like that happen, your time goes from this, which is already kind of tight for doing things, to this, to even this at some times. And I got very overwhelmed, and which is unfortunately why you didn't have a vlog last week. I really didn't do much other than family stuff, and yet again, I didn't think it'd be appropriate for me to bring the camera or the GoPro with me. But that does not mean I didn't do anything. Now, as you saw in the video beforehand, I went to the C.N.E, the Canadian National Exhibition. Every year, actually, I go with Ashley and my mother-in-law, Teresa. It's kind of becoming a tradition that I've kind of been warmly welcomed into. This is something that Ashley and her mom did, obviously, way before I was there. I used to go to the X a lot, just with friends, but nothing kind of set in stone like this. It's even like been the same weekend because they both love the air show, so we always go on the last weekend of the X. Now, some of you might be saying, Fraser, I don't know what the C.N.E is. Let me tell you. It's a fair that's put on at Exhibition Place along the lakeshore. There is food. There is carnival games, there is carnival rides, there is prizes, crafts, art, just a really good deal on Persian rugs for some reason, and just tons of new product that you could purchase. So with all that being said, it's kind of a must, if you're living in the Toronto area, to stop by the C.N.E when it's happening. This has been a tradition for Ashley and her mom since before I met Ashley, and I have been so lucky to be welcomed into this tradition with open arms. We go down to the X. They just enjoy spending time together watching the air show. For me, I get to have my big pickle dog, which is a hot dog inside of a dill pickle, cornbread batter, deep fried goodness. I want one again. Oh my god, I miss it. Brookies, which is my new discovery for this year, which is pretty much a brownie with either a cookie, a butter tart, peanut butter cup, just whatever you want on top of it, and it is sheer dessert perfection. And last but not least, fudge from my favorite fudge place. Oh, fudge. I ended up picking up, oh my god, which is kind of chocolate with peanut butter cups and marshmallows and pretzels. I got chocolate cheesecake. I got maple nut, which is like maple with pecans, and it's probably one of my favorites, and chewy praline. No, they're not all gone. They are still in my fridge. I am showing willpower. I am not devouring them, but it is taking everything that I have. Then when we went for lunch, I opted to get the Korean barbecue nachos. I love nachos. I love Korean barbecue. It had this sweet and salty pork, tons, oh my god, tons of kimchi, which was amazing, green onion, cheese, and kind of like, not chipotle, but just a spicy kind of mayo sauce, and it was awesome. Then after all those edible treats, we ended up running into the Hodgsons there. They were there last year, they've come down again this year, and it was kind of fun running into them, talking to them, seeing how much their kids enjoy the X and how much Chris and Paula enjoy the X. They're big kids at heart, and Chris was telling me about the games he wanted to play, and I'm just happy that they're making their way down to come to these events because it is so much fun for the family, and it's kind of like a last hurrah before the kids go back to school. Now, it's true that I'm a gamer. Hell, I even enjoy playing the carnival games, but that doesn't mean I win. I am terrible at carnival games. And Ashley, for some reason, played whack-a-mole and ended up winning this. Look at this thing. It's huge. It's a giant poo. It's a poo emoji. Like, come on now. I ended up getting a monkey from my mother-in-law because she won it. She didn't want it, and she felt bad for me for not winning anything, but I will still love it nonetheless. And I guess Ashley got a giant turd. Needless to say, we had a blast at the X, but that's not all we did in the last week and weekend. When we were coming home, we were supposed to go over to Dushin's house and play with a new puppy that he was training. If I haven't mentioned it earlier, Dushin, who's been in my previous videos, is an excellent dog trainer. But honestly, we were just too exhausted, kind of sleep and just the exhaustion caught up with us from spending time with the family and then going to the X, that we ended up coming home and watching a movie. And not just any movie. We finally got to see Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So a kind of short story about Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I actually went to go see it in theaters with Ashley and my brother, and about an hour into the movie, the sound cut out. So the theater gave us 2 free passes each, but I didn't want to spend or use those 2 free passes on a movie I've already seen an hour of. So we ended up using those passes to see Baby Driver, which was excellent, and Wonder Woman, which was also excellent. So finally getting to watch this movie was kind of a nice end to a really busy week. The movie was great. Like, I really enjoyed it. I did like number 1 more, but this one was still good. The soundtrack was on point as the first one. So enjoyable. It set the mood for each scene. I really loved the addition of Mantis, like in the movie itself. I loved her interactions with Drax. I thought it was really funny, but I would have liked to have seen Drax kind of be Drax. He is Drax the Destroyer, and he really didn't do much other than add, you know, some jokes and comedy to the movie, which I thought Star-Lord and Rocket were kind of more meant for. And Baby Groot. Don't get me wrong. He is cute. He is adorable. He had a lot of funny parts in this movie, but he is an elemental, man. He's like a living tree. I think he could have done a little more than what he did other than just bleh and other things. I don't want to spoil anything for those of you that haven't seen the movie, but I felt that he could have done more as well. And I guess kind of last but not least, my new Switch total. Picked up my pre-order of Mario Rabbids or Mario vs. Rabbids or Mario plus Rabbids. I had it prepaid after trading in a bunch of stuff. And I also picked up Pro Controller for the Switch for when I finally get one. And yet again, I used trade-in credit to get this as well, which leads my total of Switch games and Switch accessories to about 7 or 8, and my Switch, big old goose egg. I just haven't had the luck of finding them. I find them when I don't have the funds to get it, or I just can't find them at all. It's not the end of the world. My birthday's coming up. My loving family, wink, wink, hopefully will get me a Switch. If not, I'll get it eventually. I'm in no rush, and now I have everything I need to play it when I get it. So with that being said, thank you so much for, I guess, being patient with me in not having a video last week and joining me on this video this week. I hope you have a fantastic week, an even better weekend, and I can't wait to see you in the next vlog. Have a good one, and bye-bye.